Hey, welcome to the pod, everyone. This is the QuadR podcast, episode 20, Cruising into Conferences. I'm Ralph Nyberg here alongside Roy, the Oakland Oracle Nyberg. How are you doing tonight, Roy?
I am good. I'm smack in the middle of ski week, which is a thing in California where schools take a week off in February. So I've been chilling. I've been going to the gym every day, so that's nice. And yeah, and just enjoying life.
So, do they have ski week in Compton?
Yeah, of
He
course.
said it's a California thing.
It
Like
is a California. No
uh,
matter where you live, you're
no
like
matter. You're a skier.
90 minutes away from skiing.
That is true. All right, excellent. Roy, why don't you give us an open and then we'll get rolling.
All right, welcome to the QuadR podcast. I'm one of your hosts, the Oakland Oracle Roy, along with my co-host brother Ralph. We strive to keep our finger on the pulse of you, the wrestling community. We stream live Wednesdays and Sundays on X, YouTube. You can also find our clips on Instagram and to a lesser extent on TikTok.
Beautiful. Welcome, everyone. And then this is, I've been on the road a lot. So this is live from Tinley Park. We are somewhat at the mercy of the hotel Wi-Fi. So if you're out there and you're having issues, don't be shy. Let us know, and we will do what we can to resolve that. Roy or I will be in the chat, and I think that about covers it. Are we ready to roll? Did it kick on X? Did you monitor that?
Oh, I was until I started talking. Yep, we're on.
All right. Cool. Good to be live. Good to be with all the faithful
All right.
listeners. So welcome back. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. I got a new setup here, so if I see me shuffling around a little bit, I'm still working out how I need to shuffle all this. But
Nice.
I got three monitors now, so
Yeah.
feel much better about getting things going. So great show tonight. 125. We'll start off with the quotes of the week. 133. We'll give our RAF update. So a couple changes to the RAF card. Michigan beat. 141 is a medical forfeit.
Yeah.
Feel much better about so 149 Michigan beat, weighing in at 157 the Cali beat. Talk about some of the premier duels. We'll talk about the undefeated wrestlers that are left on our Cornell Kevin, keeping track of that list for us, and then or for him, but we're going to utilize it. And then we're going to talk about the duel of the week, which everybody knows what that's going to be because there's only one duel on ESPN this week.
Right.
There's only two this year. And then weekly wager, and then round it out with everybody's favorite best of social. So, quote of the week. This is from David Taylor, coach of Oklahoma State. My journey as a competitor is done, but my journey as a coach is just starting. What do we think?
Yeah, that was in. Do you know what that was in response to? Because I'm thinking about. So he won the worlds. He won the Olympic gold. He also won a Hodge. So I understand his journey as a competitor being done. Although he did go back one last time to try and take out Sajalayev, which did not work out.
Right. Well, I know that
Um,
he had been asked about whether RAF had approached him and said, yeah, they had. And so it could have been in that context also, that um, he's still getting offers to compete.
sure.
And
So Raf setting up a match with Sajalayev is not interested, even though he looked, I don't know, competitive. It wasn't a blowout.
yeah, no, I think he might be tempted
Yeah.
if he was offered that match. But
Kind of like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior.
right, I mean, from a college wrestling standpoint, like he came into like his first NCAAs as a huge favorite,
Yep.
undefeated, 21-year-old freshman phenom, and took on the former star from that school from Penn State in the finals, and
Hmm.
got cradled up in one of the most exciting and fun and long lasting matches. It's got a lot of rewatchability. I mean, it's just sort
Yes.
of exciting with the storyline and everything. And so, you know, is that going to happen as his first NCAA as a coach? He's going to be going into the tournament with a lot of really, really high placing guys. And do they get upset or do they do the upsetting? Is he going to like learn from that experience, translate that? We shall
I thought
see.
you were going to go in the raft direction, like Bubba Jenkins is undefeated versus David Taylor.
I got zero interest in watching Bo Jenkins and David Taylor and Raf, but I do have a lot of interest in seeing how Oklahoma State performs. I mean, if they perform up to expectations, which they've created this such an incredible expectation,
Mm-hmm.
um, it will be it's going to be an amazing tournament. You know, if all
For
they
sure,
do. So anyway,
for sure.
excited to see how it all pans out, and best of luck to the Cowboys in the tournament. All right. So RAF 7. So we got RAF 6. Talk about that in a minute. But the big announcement on RAF 7 was Jake Keckeisen. This is going to
Mm-hmm.
be down in Florida. So this is pretty exciting. Jake handled Keckeisen in the trials pretty well, right? Was not
Right.
competitive. Keckeisen beat Valencia. Keckeisen just did well in his ranking series. He won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did. And Dake's, oh, who knows? Like this is pretty
Getting younger every
interesting,
day, though.
right?
That's the thing about Dake.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look at the two, you probably couldn't tell which one was older
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, so that's exciting. That's an interesting match, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
And implications
Well,
is Kekaisen's doing well, I guess I'll say. And just adds to the excitement for the World Team Trials and the Olympics coming up. So I assume there's going to be a lot of people sticking around, right? 28, making that final
yeah.
push. So should be a great next couple of years for the world team in terms of local, competition within the states and things like that.
Okay. And this is another example of a RAF generated um, excitement because if Kekkaisen didn't get that opportunity to wrestle Zahid, no way that people would be excited about this match. Even winning a ranking series, but he beat some guys from Bulgaria or whatever, and they're probably good, but you've never heard of them. But I think the RAF like created the need for this match.
Right. No, yeah. I mean, it was a great platform for Kekkaisen, right? Going there and beat Zahid and crazy cool. So yeah, no, RAF is awesome. I saw that RAF just released all their uh, cards on YouTube or a bunch
Yep.
of them. So that's pretty cool for people to get caught up and check it out. And I'm excited for this one. I'm also excited for RAF 6, which is coming right up here. One update to the card. We had Andrew Lira stepping in for
Oh.
Makov or some Russian. I just kind of, so he's,
Is that you or them
no, that
photoshopping
was me. No,
it? Because it'd be believable if RAF just
right.
released.
Fire the intern. Like, no, 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 no. That was me. Uh,
Okay.
didn't know. I, I played around with some different things, but I didn't want to like, I had it in the bottom right corner, but I didn't want to cover Mr. Bulljunk. I went with that. But Andrew Lear's like looked great until he got injured, you know, and then so I don't know. It'd be
We haven't
interesting,
heard much from him since, right? Weren't we
right?
just talking about how we haven't heard
Yeah.
from him?
So I feel like he's a legit threat at 65 if healthy
Yeah.
for the team. So this will be cool to see because now we don't have to wait around for some ranking series where you don't know the guys who he's competing against. Get a chance to see Andrew Lears compete, and that's always great. So yeah, should be a fun card. How many matches are there?
Well, today, how many are there today?
Yeah, right. There's like 12 or something. He's like much, but there's Bubba Jenkins. He has not grown at the rate that David Taylor grew in his career.
Uh, so he's David Carr size.
Yeah.
Okay.
We may never see it, which like I said, I'm okay with that. But yeah, exciting card. This is going to be fun. I don't know how this is going to fall, so probably between conference weekend and the tournament. So it'd be cool.
No, it's February 28th.
Oh, right. Oh,
The
wait. So,
ACCs are March 8th. So this
oh
will
yeah,
be
yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
the off week between the last duel and the conference tournament.
Oh yeah, right. Perfect.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, Michigan beat. So this is the Michigan War weekend. So Friday night
Okay.
we got CMU traveling to Sparty, take on MSU. My wife just informed me. So Amy said that Friday is Glamsgiving or no, Glamentine's Day or something. I'm like, what is that? She's like, oh, that's just where all the girls go out. I'm like, perfect. I'll go to Lansing. Wife's got plans, so that frees me up to go watch, which should be fun. They're both be reasonably competitive. Central Michigan versus MSU, and then Michigan's traveling up to Mount Pleasant to take on CMU on Sunday. Not going to make that drive, and that will not be as competitive. Uh, the women for Grand Valley are regionals this weekend, the 20th and the 21st. So, you know, they do the fourth ranked GVSU women's team, and then the men go to the Region 3 super sectional, regional, whatever they do in D2 on 28th.
So is the
Exciting.
next step after this their nationals, or do they do three like
Yeah, I
regional
think it's
sections?
just read. I don't think they do. There's no sectional round. I don't think it looked like. I
Okay.
think it's just yeah. So this is to qualify. At least I think so. If anyone in the chat we're just spewing falsehoods, let us know. Let us know. What did I do? Hold on here.
Cool. You made me go away
Oh,
first.
for a split
No, I'm back.
second.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Just wanted to make sure that I could.
So Grand Valley is ranked number 4.
The women.
And there's no divisions there, right? That's like with everybody, with Iowa and
So that was a controversial thing. Like they were like right now, there's no division, and then I think schools can send it's more than 10 wrestlers. So Iowa can't send 20. They can't double up every weight, but they can.
mm-hmm.
It's like 13 or 15 or something like that. So schools
And you have
are allowed
two in
to,
a way.
yeah. Now, and then they just announced that they're gonna D3 is gonna have its own national tournament, which is like really weird to me because like there's only one D1 team. So
Yeah.
is that like a slap in the face of Iowa or like, you know, but yeah, so that's a big controversy. That was controversial on whether or not they should, you know, continue to have everybody in until you have more D1 teams or it was, I don't feel like the top teams were all about it, but Iowa does take up like a lot of podium space, you know,
Yeah.
and so, and they're, you know, their D1 funded team against like, you
Right.
know, West Mercy Hope
Right.
college, you know, it's like, there's
Well,
some,
hopefully it's in the future that they can like have enough teams to split it into proper at least 2 divisions.
yeah, I'm there too. All right, cool. All right, what do we got here? Stanford's got a fun match.
Yeah, Stanford will be finishing up their regular season versus North Carolina this Friday. I double checked that 20th of February is a Friday after my lucky mistake last time
Okay.
with Pitt. Yeah, North Carolina is a good team. It's where AJ Ferrari was for about a week. But
All right.
besides that, they do have a pretty good team. I think Stanford will be favored, but it won't be easy. And the end of the year is always fun because some people, finish strong. So good luck to them. After that, I didn't put it on the slide, but ACCs are March 8th.
Okay. Where are they? You know, remember?
I forget if it's at Virginia or Virginia Tech, but it's in
Okay,
Virginia.
nice. All right. Duels of the week or duels going on this weekend. Obviously, the big one live on ESPN, uh, Iowa at Oklahoma State. They're predicting like a huge crowd, which is cool. I mean,
Yeah.
they had a great crowd last week, at Virginia Tech for the duel. I mean, wrestling's been doing like really well this year, attendance wise. I think that's pretty exciting. I think that should be acknowledged for all the save the sport and like that type of thing. There's a lot of programs that are really leaning in and having a lot of success and bringing people out to watch wrestling. So been exciting. But we'll review that in a little bit more detail because loyal podcast listeners need their 18th review of the Iowa Oklahoma State duel so they can help form an opinion. Uh,
Great.
and Cornell NC State, some sneaky good matchups there. So
Yeah. There's a lot of potential national championships in that duel, or national champions in that duel.
mhm,
I think that's really a very interesting duel.
yeah, and
Quite the
Ryder,
vendor.
huh?
Penn is finishing up there. It's their senior night,
Oh, all
and
right.
that's my alma mater. So Penn is versus Ryder. Should be a competitive duel. I think Penn will take it. But you got to actually wrestle the match, and it's senior night for the first season of the Valenti era.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we talked about Stanford, North Carolina. Yeah, North Carolina's a team on the rise. It's Rob Cole team, so it's going to be well funded. And I think that they're going to be in 2 to 4 years. Probably North Carolina is going to be a real team to reckon with. Rob Cole's history of developing uh, programs and things like that. So super exciting. Undefeated. So this is we're getting towards the end of the season. This is Hodge implications and other interesting storylines that we have going on. Cornell Kevin. If you don't follow Cornell Kevin, uh, you should.
Should.
You
Yeah.
probably do, but if you don't, make sure that you do. But this is the authoritative list of the D1 um, undefeated wrestlers this season. So there's two at 25, and they happen to be, well, Luke Lillidahl and the person who pulled off the huge upset of Luke Lillidahl last year at the tournament. So
Mhm.
maybe Luke Lillidahl's looking to take Sheldon Seymour's zero, get it lined up. So that's it. Yep. Um, decent number of matches for both of them too. 15-0, 16-0.
Yeah.
133 is Blaze, Bird, and Forrest. You got to figure Blaze or Bird's going to take a loss at Big Tens. Hard to imagine how that couldn't happen. So we'll be down to one or two going into the tournament there. I would say likely. I mean,
Isn't it basically completely guaranteed because the idea of winning two matches and the medical forfeiting is you're no longer undefeated if you do that.
right, you take the loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. 141. So Oliveri and Mendez will hit, or if Oliveri makes it to Mendez, I think that might. And then Vega and Stanish. So you could have three there, pretty likely,
Could have
going
three,
in.
and it's likely. Yeah.
And then Stanish was late starting, so you look at probably looking at Mendez as the one, Vega Stanish is the 2-3,
Hmm.
and so Vega Stanish for the opportunity to wrestle Jesse. Now 149, we've got the SIUE Cougar, Caleb Tyus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's right. He's not hiding. He's 15-0, right? So interesting.
Oh, that's exciting. What conference is that? The MAC?
Yeah, he's a Mac guy. So you probably have three going in the tournament there. Obviously, Shane Van Ness and Jackson Joy, you're pretty clear 1-2 there, and then
Well, wait. You think Shane Van Ness is clearly the one?
no, I said they're
Well,
clearly the 1-2. Like I don't.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, they're the two
In
top.
each
Yeah,
order. Well,
yeah.
because you read them in backwards order, so it looked like you were saying
No, I'm
change.
not saying that. I
Okay,
think. I mean, and certainly Shane Van Ness has a much higher chance of running into trouble in the Big Ten tournament than
right.
Jackson Joy does in the Ivy League, right? So, I mean, I do feel like,
But Jackson Joy's gonna, if he wrestles against NC State, he will have one more pretty tough match, right?
yeah,
Isn't that Boy Biskins?
yep, got
All right,
biscuits. That's right. It's got a top five match, right? Make it through
that's
for sure.
that's a compelling. That'll be okay. We can go on.
Yeah, no, I
Tough
agree.
seeds.
157, Brandon Cannon. Not going to see him until the Big Ten tournament, and I'd say there's a less than 50% chance he gets through the Big Ten tournament without a loss, just because there's so much. You've got Duke, you've got Taylor, got
Yeah.
a lot of landmines to get through, and it wouldn't be any like shame in losing in the Big Ten tournament. So
So, and that'll be an interesting situation if Shapiro is undefeated,
yeah, yeah, number one, yeah, oof, yeah. Well,
right?
it's like that's what podcasters need is things to talk about. So
Right.
for sure. But yeah, likely you'll have one at 157. I would say the odds are 165. You've got Messon Break and Blaze. They're on a collision course, and there's also Caliendo at that weight in the Big Ten tournament. So um, someone's going to take an L there, or actually two of them could take an L,
Yeah, Caliendo wins it.
right? Um, and then D Lockett, he's got Caliendo again this weekend.
Right.
So got another tough match before he goes to his conference tournament. Haynes and Ruiz probably will,
You're at 74 now.
yeah, 174. Levi Haynes, Simon Ruiz, I bet are undefeated entering the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
184. I think it might do Rocco some good to lose a match, but I don't know. We'll see. Um, Definitely, he's going to have. I mean, the Big Ten tournament stuff. So
Oh yeah.
would not be shocked if Rocco didn't enter the tournament undefeated, but certainly could. Josh Barr and Rocky Elam, I think, are pretty much the clear 1-2 at 197. And that would be my final pick right now.
Well, maybe Rocky Elam. That's Big 12, right? So they're in with Oklahoma State, and he had a tough match with Cody Merrill.
I know.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Well, he
um,
may not be undefeated going in, but I think that probably
if
not
yeah,
just
if he beats him again, but if he loses to him, he could drop all the way to like a 4 or 5 seed.
think so. I don't know. I'd have to look at the weight. Weight's pretty thin,
Yeah,
but I think he's worst case a 3 seed, and it's going to be probably him and Cody again.
right.
285. It again. Those are your clear 1-2 with Younger being, in my opinion, probably a clear one. But and he's in the streets. He's 20-0, second all comers, and Isaac Trumbull's having a great year too. So it,
Yeah.
likely both of them will be undefeated heading into the tournament. So that's
Mm.
interesting. This is, going to
So
reduce by
if you had to guess today,
hmm,
I put the over under of undefeated national champions at 5.5.
5.5.
Uh, yeah, I should have put it at 6.5.
Yeah, I'll take the over on 5.5. I mean,
No, no.
well,
But based on today, because a lot of these people might take losses before NCAA's and then win the national champions.
right, but likely your number one ranked guys, many of them are undefeated. Be a
Yeah.
big upset if Jesse Mendez didn't win the title. Um, I think it'd be pretty big if Joy or Van Ness didn't win. So they may not be undefeated. Anyway, I think 5-5 is probably the right number. 6-5, you wouldn't get action. I don't think
Yeah.
on 7 undefeated champs. But cool, appreciate you, Kevin. Great list, fun to look at.
Yeah.
Yep. Hodge contenders and undefeateds will whittle down over the next few weeks for sure. There are matches that will happen. Can't hide in the conference tournament.
Right.
All right. Duel of the week.
Mm.
Oh man, this graphic is compliments of Gemini. The Grok graphic,
Yeah.
horrible.
Ooh.
I almost like I want to show you, but oh
We should
man,
do like all of them on the same one and just like for 10 seconds, like who did the best.
yeah.
News you can use. Who does the best graphics?
So this is yeah. All right. So this is Wrestle Madness, the QuadR account. So Roy and I alternate picking, and then we submit our picks. We're logged in here as QuadR. We also have our own individual accounts. But if you haven't signed up for Wrestle Madness, you're crazy. And time is now. You got the tournaments coming up. You got the conference tournaments, and then the grand prize, the big one of them all, NCAAs. So super easy. Create an account. Once you have an account, go ahead and click on events. And then in order to, you can join the open tournament. It's already set up for you. If you got a bunch of buddies and you want to gamble on it and things like that, you can start your own league. It'll
Well,
give
I,
you a
I don't
link.
think I don't think you're allowed to gamble.
You're allowed to gamble with your buddies. You're not allowed to like,
Okay. Just saying.
okay, we are going to join the open tournament. And we're going to make some predictions here.
All right.
Let me make this bigger. I know you're old.
I got it on open on my
All right.
end.
So super easy. You pick the winner and then you pick the type of victory. Roy, you can go ahead and go first.
Mm, okay. Um, I will start off with 133.
Okay.
Jax Forrest versus Drake Ayala. Jax Forrest, the freshman who jumped out of high school in December and joined Oklahoma State undefeated. As we were just talking about, Drake Ayala, two-time returning NCAA finalist, who had a rough start to the year but has looked a lot better as of late.
All right. We got
Go
not a
ahead.
wrestler says poke 60-0. So
If it there's a way to look at this and it'll be a close duel, but if it
yeah.
was going to be a blowout, it would be an Oklahoma State blowout. I'm going to go Jack Forrest on this one, um, but just a decision, just a decision.
Okay. So yeah, I think I went that same direction. I mean, this is one of those matches that I think if you're interested in this being a competitive duel, that it would be really valuable for Iowa to win this. People interested in like the team score. Um, Drake's been wrestling a lot better. I don't think this is a match that like Drake Ayala can't win for sure. Uh, but yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think the safe money is on Dax here, but I think I'm okay. So I'm going to go with 174 for my first pick. Patrick Kendi versus Alex Facundo. Oh, I don't know if you saw Facundo wrestle this weekend. Like he did everything possible to like not win the match, but he was in a he hit some duck under like on a I don't know whatever. He looked like he was dead to rights. Obviously, he's got incredible defense. Really hard to score on. We talked about it over the weekend on Sunday that this is like he's got a two victory type of style for the tournament. Patrick Kennedy coming off a loss, going to be a little more interested in scoring, going to push it. And Iowa really does sort of need this match. And I think Patrick Kennedy's going to get it done. He's going to grab the lunch pail, put on the boots, and get the decision over Alex Facundo.
Right. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Facundo doesn't really beat the guy he's not supposed to beat.
right?
Okay. I'll go one weight class up to 165. Ladarian Lockett versus Michael Caliendo. Another marquee matchup. Lockett, an undefeated freshman. Caliendo has been, I don't know if nemesis is the right word, but the only person that looks like he can wrestle Messenbrink last year.
Yeah, and they wrestled at the duels. These two, the NDI.
Oh, they have a previous match, right? And
Hmm.
Lockett won.
Yep.
Yep. And I think that Ladarian Lockett is even better since then. So I'm going to go Ladarian Lockett, but he's not going to like really go to the next level and major him or anything. Just a decision.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I took in my personal madness. You want to draw up a strategy, or you kind of figure out how Caliendo was going to win, and I
Right.
felt like he just didn't have that many paths. That
Right.
Lockett had more tricks in the bag, if you will, more ways to get the victory done.
Well, who did Lockett beat in the last second? He was losing a match this year.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Downey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to take down and swipes. Like,
yeah,
so
right.
he's not like somebody, oh, you figure out a way to take him down once and you beat him. Like
Yeah,
yeah, he's
that's
good.
what I'm saying. I mean, if Caliendo goes out and gets a quick takedown,
Yeah.
like Lockett probably figures out how to get that back, right? He has so far shown that he can. So even if Caliendo like does hit the move, like it doesn't really
Yeah.
lock it in for him, right? So, and if he doesn't, you know, I don't know. It could go to sudden victory though. We'll see. All right. Yeah. All right. So in the interest of like this being a fun and competitive duel, I'm gonna go to 149.
Oh,
And
okay.
the rider blocked them a little bit lately. Casey Swiderski's sort of on a upswing, but he did miss. He's missed at least one of the last couple duels. So may not see Casey Swiderski. We may see Bo Hickman. And based off of playing that, so Swiderski and Ryder did wrestle at the national duels as well. I want to say Casey won that match, uh, but Ryder took so much out of him that he went on that big slide.
Right.
He's not going to want to let Ryder do that again. I'm going to take Ryder back. I'm not super confident there, but in the interest of
Yeah, yeah.
a fun duel, I'll take Ryder Block.
Okay. I'll go one weight class lighter to 141. Sergio Vega versus Nasir Bailey. Sergio Vega has looked amazing. Another freshman who's undefeated. Nasir Bailey, the transfer into Iowa from Little Rock, who has had a bumpy year, really high expectations. Still, according onto this Wrestle Madness thing, ranked 12th, which is interesting. Uh, Man, I feel like Nasir Bailey could actually threaten Vega,
It
but Vega,
was very competitive at the national duels.
yeah, and that was like that was a different time too. I think Vega was more unknown at that point, and Bailey was probably ranked in the top 5. I think that matters actually, like just your mentality going into the match. And this could be a win for Bailey that would really turn the whole season around. If he can do well at Big Tens and do well at Nationals, then who cares if he dropped some matches in
Right?
December and January? So I feel like this is going to actually be very competitive. Ooh. All right, I'm going to do what I want to do, even though I'm not confident on this, but I'm going to go with Nasir Bailey
Oh my goodness. I would not have done that.
by decision.
Oof. Yeah, Vega's undefeated. I don't that seems to be a little bit of a stretch pick there, but all right. So Spratley Peterson. Peterson beat Spratley earlier. I've actually liked the way Spratley's been wrestling. I mean, I guess I never fully liked the way Spratley wrestles, but he's got a lot more offensive pressure.
Hmm.
Doesn't seem content to just go to a sudden victory. Been scoring. Peterson's been off with injury. Spratley wants this one back, I'm sure. And so I think I'm going to go with Spratley here by
Yeah.
decision,
Yeah. Peterson is always he's like the any given Sunday wrestler.
right?
I always feel like I'm picking against him, but uh, I tend to agree with what you picked here. Okay, let's go. Ooh. Well, I have one I think we should save for last. But anyway, I'll jump all the way up to 197. Cody Merrill versus Brody Sampson, who has taken over for Indine, who left Iowa and is getting a medical red shirt likely, or he might already have that. Cody Merrill's been looking great. That majoring tagging that are unranked, which I think is good for him. He hasn't been. We talked about him and his offense. So anyway, I think Cody Merrill is going to get this one, but I don't think he's going to push all the way to major. I think it's going to be a decision.
Yeah. I mean, the major's there for him, probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
so
think that what will happen is will he get the major or not?
yeah. I mean, where the match is at the time. All right. All right. I'm gonna go back to 157, I guess. So Jordan Williams, Landon Robidoux, interesting. Williams coming off a loss to Catcherbone from Michigan. Robidoux's not the prolific offensive scorer that he was earlier. Some people are hinting at that he may have injuries, an ankle or something like that going on. I still think he's got enough here to get it done. Jordan Williams has not shown.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Jordan Williams has a ton of big move potential, and that's always going to be there. But I think smart money here is on Robidoux to get it done. Probably wrestle pretty conservative. Respect Jordan Williams' ability to like drop him on his head and go with the decision.
Yeah.
So
Okay, let's go
that
to
is a little
heavyweight.
bit of my fear. You look at this and there's so many decisions, right? And like this is the duel that's going to be on ESPN, the mothership, and like I just hope that we get some drama, some excitement, some highlights that make like Sports Center, So I hope it's not
Hmm.
just some like tactical a series of tactical boring matches, which like, looking over this list, there's some potential for that, you know.
There's a lot of potential for that, and
Yeah. So
somehow Iowa's style has morphed into that. Um, anyway,
yeah.
um, okay, heavyweight Connor Doucette versus Ben Keeter, both sort of like all American candidates that, according to this, ranked eighth and ninth. Um, Keeter's been getting a lot of grief
Yeah,
lately.
yes.
Doucette, yes, he has. Doucette, he's good. I've just seen him been winning matches, but never beat like. I don't know what his losses are, but there's like reasons he's not in the top five. Man, this is going to be a competitive match, and Iowa would really want this one if they're going to be competitive in the duel. But I think Doucette is going to take it. Um,
Yeah.
and
He's
if there was, I was going to say decision, but if there was one that was going to be a fall, this would be an exciting one to be a fall. Let's go to
and
decision for the QuadR.
yeah. Yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, Doucette's been like, I mean, he's never gonna be like this offensive powerhouse, right? But he's like holding position. It looks like he's gotten a lot stronger. I think that like, that time working in the room last year with like Wyatt and Taylor and stuff, it's like
Yeah,
helped him. And Keeter looks like he's not right.
yeah,
I mean, first loss ever to Feldman. I mean, just not. Tay almost pinned him. I mean, it's not the same Ben Keeter, and like usually that's injury related or something, and so it's likely going to continue throughout the season. So here we are. We're at 184 pounds. We have Zach
The
Ryder, who's
most
been
interesting matchup in a way.
right. Zach's been out with the shoulder injury. Trevor Dops. You have Angelo Ferrari, who's been out with a foot, ankle, something going on, and Gabe Arnold. I see no reason that Iowa would put Angelo Ferrari out there just because
Yeah.
let him heal up. You got what two solid weeks of healing extra. I mean, I don't see any good reason for that. Haven't seen Zach Ryder in a while, so and so if you're telling me Gabe Arnold versus Trevor Dops, I'm gonna go Gabe Arnold by decision. I just feel like that's the money. Not a wrestler said that Doucette lost to Younger and AJ. So super
That's
respect.
it.
Yeah, respectable losses. He's having a good year for sure.
Yeah.
He right there with Cole Mirasola is uh, in that competition for the second half of the All Americans. But
Yeah.
anything can happen at heavyweight. We know that for sure. All right, so you feel comfortable
Ooh.
here?
Yeah, I feel fine with the picks. I was just trying to think of where I would want the meet to start if I was Oklahoma State. Uh, Probably 25.
Yep, I think so. And if you're Iowa,
Oh, I want to have Gabe finish it out, man. Started at 97.
oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's our best likelihood of a highlight? It's got to be Jackson Drake, right? I mean, like
Highlight matchup.
just a highlight event, like a clip, a moment.
Well, if Nasir really does beat Sergio Vega,
That's true.
however that happened, that would be a highlight for sure. Um, I think Lockett versus Caliendo is going to be a very exciting match. I don't think that's going to be a one takedown and fight kind of
You th-
deal.
you think heavyweight's the greatest potential for a fall?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest potential for a fall. The only other thing would be like, if somebody sits, like Gabe Arnold could get a fall versus a backup.
I think 25 and
Uh,
33 because they scramble so much that like there's some fall
that's
potential
true.
there. I mean, they get caught in bad positions, like Strickerberg pins Spratley and like, like that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Those weights for sure. So yeah, let's hope for a exciting duel.
So we have it 6-4. What? Go ahead and submit, and
Yeah,
then
I'll
what's
submit.
what's our
Or we're straight decisions, so it's just straight 18-12.
okay?
That's right. You beat us. You let us know. Free hat.
Yeah,
Offer stands. All right. And then it'll be interesting to see how you probably haven't entered yet, right? Or have you? I haven't checked.
I haven't entered yet, but I will enter. Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see if like our combined brain beats our individual brains like it did last time.
Great.
All right. Well, that's exciting. That's gonna be a fun duel. All right. I don't have a wager. Let's just go into best social, everybody's favorite
Okay.
segment. And then, all right, I guess I'll start. So the weird thing is some of these are over a week old because we didn't acknowledge we missed the show last week. So
Yeah.
we had what happened Wednesday was my migration. I was working late, I think. And then we are gonna do it Thursday, and then you're like, I got stuff going on, and then it happened.
Yeah.
Apologies. Oh yeah. This was Chair Pelly talking about the um basically I can think of 10 situation folk style that you started calling control instead of stalemate, potentially dangerous, we'd have more scoring and reward offense, thus seeing more offensive attacks. We had that position like
Mm.
it gave Zurbin that takedown this last weekend, where like
Yeah,
the
first
guy
of
was
all.
still holding on his leg, and like Waters was just like hugging his ankle, and like the ref's like three, and like probably not the right call, but like it's a good call. That's I mean that's sort of the point of this,
Yeah.
right? Is that like so my idea was like every every grounded stalemate is either a double stall or a stall. So if you're just hanging on a leg and you're not trying to improve, then you get the stall call. And if it's just
Mm-hmm.
both, and if both guys are stuck, then you just double stall. And then that way it
Yeah.
gets into like a potential situation really quickly that if you just like, and that's the same for like top bottom too. When the top guy just like grabs a whatever, get a stalemate, after he's basically lost position, that should be an automatic stall when they do that. But anyway,
Yeah. Definitely the top stalling. I have not liked the way they changed the rules, where the ref still has judgment of like whether the defensive wrestler put you in that position where you had to grab his leg.
right, you don't have to. You never
Right.
have to grab his leg. You could let him go.
Exactly.
Let if he puts you in a position where you have to grab the leg, then that should at least be a stall on you. Because that's all
Right.
you're doing is you're stalling. You're literally just stalling.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. If I let go of his leg, he's gonna score.
right. So that should be punished. Like or the rules should change, make it easier to score points. I feel like
Yeah.
that situation, if you fix that and you had to step out, some punishment for the edge, it would be a lot more
Well,
points.
yeah. We'll save the step out conversation for a different time.
Right.
I don't think
Another
that's what
day. What's
you're
that?
referring to. Yeah, I don't think he was advocating for a step out.
Well, maybe
With
not totally. All right. What do we got here, Roy? Outright.
oh, yeah. So they just posted a graphic on Big Ten. It's a Penn State wrestler getting his hand raised, and it says clinch outright. And just the way they put it on the screen is where you normally put the guy's name.
Yeah,
So this
right.
is from Savalov Brands. Thought at first the top guy's name was clinch outright. Parents out of control these days. And I think
Nice.
in a different post or in the comments, uh, they were having like names like Techfall and
Oh. Oh, good stuff. All right. Speaking of names, get a load of this
yeah,
guy's name. What the heck is that?
yeah. That's from Iran or
Yeah,
Mexico. What
Iran.
Iran?
Jamalamandez and
Yeah,
That's my
John Mohammed Zadahamarabar.
Jamaham. Yeah.
I wonder if this is copy pasted or if this is somebody who heard it and said, "Oh, okay, I'll just type that."
Oh, so yeah, it's just so funny. Like everything's like autocorrected and everything these days, and like so you just don't see like spelling mistakes anymore. But like, I remember when I got my first
Yeah.
job and like the manager, like who used to create all the like the IT manager create all the user accounts, small company, and like, and he would just like butcher everyone's name, so everyone's username was like misspelled. It was funny. Oh, all right. What do we got here?
You click in reaction time.
Yeah.
All right, this is from Christian Piles. He says Dylan Fishback had three, and it was clear. Gabe was on an elbow, came up to his hands, then rolled. This kind of officiating is what we need to restore sanity away from the preposterous reaction time mess other officials have made.
So this was the weekend before last, right? Like where
What
this
was the weekend
weekend
before
the
last?
refs took a beating this week.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
reaction time is the new thing that people are talking about a lot. It has gotten silly, where reaction time means if you're quick enough, you can do some moves.
right, combinations
It's like the
sometimes.
yeah, it's like the referee's reaction time in a way. Uh, so I totally agree with this. It should be reviewable. Like it really stinks that if you review a takedown, the refs have this out. I don't want to sound like I'm bagging on refs, but they can just say, "Oh, in my opinion, it was reaction time," even though there are frames where the takedown happened. It should it should be, in my opinion, a takedown is a takedown, and you can see it in a picture.
Yeah, and well,
This
not a wrestler mentioned
started.
that on the comments there that it wasn't the reaction time that made me question, but the fact Gabe had his hips up and his legs out. So it was kind of weird. Like Arnold did have his like he was in like a pod, and then but he had his like one of his legs like just the ankle hook behind the back of the knee. A fish. It was like,
Hmm.
I mean, I guess it gets to the point like where do we draw the line and like, so what was he truly behind or whatever. I didn't mind it was called. I mean, I felt that like he definitely went from elbows to I mean, you know, positioned
Yeah,
himself
he was on
before he
his
did his
elbows. He
roll.
wasn't in a
Yeah.
quad.
Right. So, but yeah, I tend to agree. I mean, people hated it when there was like no reaction time, but I feel like there were less
Nobody hated it
complaints.
with no.
Well, I mean,
Like who
there's the go
hated it?
behinds
I
or
remember
whatever.
there was this one NCAA semifinals. I think it was Jaden Ironman. I could be wrong about that, but this was like 8, 9 years ago. And it was an NCAA semifinal. And it was a clear takedown, but then they called reaction time, and I think everyone was like, "What? There's a rule reaction time?" And then since then, it's just gotten like longer and longer and longer. Um,
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, when it was just weight on hands, I mean, people complain about that. But they complain less than they complain about what we have now, for sure. Translation, I just thought this was funny. This was I just thought this was funny that X's translation of Japanese was next time in sparring I'm gonna beat the S out of you. You don't normally see like translators. It's like they're dropping S bombs. You would have thought it would have like, but I thought that's probably what he said.
yeah.
But I just thought it was funny.
What did Ray Higuchi say?
Uh, Ray said, so the fact that the question, so what exactly his concentration doesn't even come up shows how shallow it is. I don't know. But they sparred. They were like
But he's based, yeah.
yeah.
He's saying you avoided the question.
All right, what do we got here? IOC
Uh,
NCAA.
this is actually another Japanese themed post. Um, it said a U17 world champion is going to go to NC State.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Um, so pretty cool. Like NCAA's is getting kind of international.
Yeah.
It says he won under 17s in 2025, so he'll be actually a college age student and not
Yeah.
someone who's already done the Olympic thing and now I'm going to college because I can. So that's
Right.
pretty cool.
He's more like a kid going to college than like oh no, world champion on
Right.
vacation. I get that
Yeah.
for sure. This is just Jo. I thought this was fun. Jo's like all in on Raph now. I mean, at first he was like, I was working out at a junior high and oops, I won. Now he's like talking
Right.
smack, hyping the shows and everything. So that's cool. He finds a good home
Yeah.
there and has a chance to have a nice long career there. Um, the Davis double, I'll do it too. This was, remember we talked about
Yeah.
the Braden Davis post
Yeah.
and about how it's impossible not to like this guy. And then our guy Fletcher, I don't know Fletcher, but Fletcher says The more he screws up, the more I like him. He's like me, but athletic. And what is Braden Davis if you take away the athletic part? I'll
Right.
leave that as a open question. I thought that was
He's
kind of
your,
funny.
your homie from college.
I'm the unathletic version of Braden Davis. All right, that's cool. I like that. Senior living.
Oh, this is from our man, Shane Sparks.
Ah,
Just showing some love and some sunshine. Don't forget that senior nights are happening, or some of them have already happened.
right. So Shane
Um,
said, watching senior day night celebrations gets me emotional. I get to know many of these guys over the course of their careers and proud of all of them. These are very impressive and special young men, and I'm excited to see where life takes them. So, yes, Shane is the most prolific, positive voice in wrestling, and it's good to have Shane out there. Kudos. 2 years. But not a wrestler mentioned this also, but it's finally settled. Arbitration is done. Aaron Brooks has a 2-year suspension from competition, effective June 13th,
mm,
2025. So he'll be back June 12th, 2027. I thought suspended wrestlers aren't allowed to like work out in training centers. I don't know. Maybe I heard that. I don't know if that's true or not. But he'll be back in time for the Olympics. I hear he's going 74. But
oh yeah.
plated. They said that he was I don't know, they said he was really negligent, extremely negligent, taking a banned substance for 2 weeks without knowing it was banned.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Well,
what's your prediction? Aaron Brooks ever on a world team again?
mm,
Good wrestler.
yeah, I don't think so.
I don't either.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but
Olympic bronze, right?
yeah, he got a bronze. Well, I mean, I have no insight into what he's even been up to,
Right? I don't
but
either.
he's definitely not trying to keep his name in, relevant
Well,
in
I
the
mean,
social space.
he was signed with RAF originally. He was like in the RAF original RAF roster. Was talking about doing RAF stuff, and I think probably like that was probably discouraged by the sanctioning bodies that like to
Yeah,
continue to wrestle while you're suspended. Uh, so Balrang did it, right?
yeah,
He's still under suspension, but he's 30s, right? Brooks doesn't want to like
yeah. He's
risk his Olympics because of
yeah,
that. So different
yeah.
place for sure. For real, what do we got?
Oh, this is another post from Pelly, right?
Yep.
Just noting that
Oh
California,
yeah, I saw this. Yeah.
or just yeah, that there's a disconnect between colleges when they offer sports. We talk about money and we talk about NAL and we talk about this and that. But one thing that we almost never talk about is the level of high school participation in that sport and whether the state should offer, opportunities to continue that sport at the next level. And not necessarily, to be a national champion, but just to keep doing what you love to do. And so he pointed out that Fresno State, which canceled their program, uh, has multiple nationally ranked high school wrestlers within, I think, 10 miles,
Yeah.
within 10 miles of campus. Um, and yeah, it was notable to me just that like this is something we never talk about is just colleges providing opportunities and not necessarily to be like the best program or to make the most money or whatever.
Right. Yep. No, and California is significantly underrepresented in wrestling
Yeah.
at the D1 level, without question. All right. Yeah, a couple more, I guess. I'll do ranking series first.
Okay.
So it's just another ranking series event. We're sending another tough lineup. So Spencer Lee and Cronin, 57 kilograms. McGee and NATO at 61. McKenna, Woods, Vito at 65. So Vito's officially up to 65 kilograms. Um,
Mm.
Kasich, Lovett, Palanteo, 70. Monday, Liluan, and Yaya, 74. Cam Amin, Dean Hamady at 79. Kyle Dake at 86. 92 kilograms, Jacob Cardenas and Dustin Plott. February 25th through March 1st in Albania. 97, Kyle Snyder, Jay Allo, and Hayden Zilmer. Okay. Interesting that we don't. Oh, I think Buchanan's got RAF. We can't do that one.
Yeah.
And then 125, Harris, Hilger, and Wyatt Hendricks. So
Mm.
people getting active. I mean, I don't. I think the Olympics are in LA, so we're going to see a lot of activity on the international side and sea side over the next couple of years, which
Yeah,
is
yeah. And
cool.
Take's at 80.
So I don't know if this is live on Flow or not, probably, but they usually have the ranking series.
Yeah.
All right, and then one more is Kale on the Hodge. See this? Let me pause it. I think I can give some volume. Let me turn Safari on if this works.
Trophy, right? I mean, um, we didn't advertise our camps in there again
Is
this
it
year, so we
working?
probably don't have a chance of winning.
What's
That's what we were
that?
thinking last year.
Is it working?
Didn't really understand how that works, but yeah, I mean, we're not worried about that stuff, because those are just a bunch of votes and opinions, and in the past we have three guys on the ballot getting voted against, splitting our votes and stuff. So it just kind of they got to figure that one out, I think. But we're not worried about. I mean, obviously, it's you bring that up, and so it kind of like strikes a chord with me a little bit because we should have some guys that have Hodge trophies in the past. So, uh, but whatever. Yeah, I think I love great wrestling. I love kids that are locked in and dedicated and committed, and whatever uniform they wear, we all play the same sport and love the same things.
Here, fuck it. Let's like we can't go here. Let's
What's
Yeah,
that?
we don't think about and worry about stuff like the Hodge Trophy.
Wait, you got to summarize it for me because the audio is through the feed, but it doesn't come to my computer.
Okay, yeah. So let me go back to that, and I don't know what that next thing was. So Kale basically said first he let out with someone asked about the Hodge, and he said that they didn't advertise their camps in Win magazine anymore, so they might not win, which is like pretty weird. But and then you could just tell that he was a little
Oh,
bit he's a little bit hurt, by well, last year would be a good example, um, felt like he was a little bit butthurt that like Carter didn't get the Hodge Trophy. You know? So
right.
um,
So he's suggesting that it's a little corrupt.
so that would be a great
Right.
Ask AI Anything to explain the conspiracy of Win magazine preventing Penn State from winning Hodge trophies. And Penn State's probably won like
Right.
40% of them in the last 10 years, if not more. But
Yeah. But
yeah,
didn't Wyatt have like the greatest upset of all time, and he was undefeated and pinned like 80% of the people he wrestled?
yeah,
But,
and that Mason Paris
I mean,
smash.
it wasn't nuts that he won.
Yeah, I agree. I think that yeah, you could just tell he's a little salty. He's a competitive guy.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, right. You got to
And
have
like,
something to motivate you. Like we won by the biggest margin ever, and what is there left for us to like take from everyone else?
yeah, I apologize. I don't know what played after that, but there's a little cursing in there. So apologies to the folks that are listening. That was not my intent. I don't know. It's sort of funny. Like most wrestling podcasts they curse like sailors. I don't understand. Okay. All good. Well, that's all I got, Roy. How about you?
That's it.
All right. So I'll be in Lansing, Michigan Friday, watching
Mhm.
CMU and Party duke it out, and then we still got to figure out how we're getting NCAA tickets. So if anybody's got a hookup, we haven't got that quite figured out yet, do we?
No, we do not have that
All
figured out.
right. All right. Well, let us
We'll
know.
figure it out.
We will
Yeah.
figure it out.
If you can help us, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Thanks. Like and subscribe. Also, Roy pointed out that we have very few ratings on our podcast. So if you feel inclined, please drop a rating. Other than that, have a great week, everyone. We'll see everybody Sunday for Sunday Sudden Victory. And go ahead and take us out, Roy.
All right. Don't forget, toe the line in everything you do.
QuadR out.